Heyo everyone, it's AJ, and today it's Monday, and you know what that means. It's Manga Monday! Yeah! And today, I have to admit something very bad. So, if you might remember, or you might recall, about the beginning of March-ish, maybe the end of February, beginning of March, I said that I was going on a manga ban because I'm fucking skint. And I had things coming up that I really needed to pay for and whatnot. So I needed to save the money that I would normally buy manga with. So I was trying to be good. But today that I have broken that, I didn't even last 2 months. What a shock. Right, I know it looks bad, right? I know I was like, right, I'm not going to buy any until like the end of May, June-ish, you know, that kind of time. I had good intentions. Well, actually, if I said May, I'm close to May. No excuses, AJ. No, you're planning for June, really. Properly, you're planning for June. But see, the series in question is a fucking good one, right? It's funny, it's just fun to read, and it's really easy to pick up, and I hate the fact that I love it so much. And that series is Mashle. So, it's actually quite a relatively new series. So, the 5th one is either out in some countries already, or in my case, as of the video getting released, it's actually due in the end of this week, actually, if all goes to plan. And I already had the first 2 in my collection, but I hadn't touched them before I went on the manga ban. And I purposely tried not to read them because I knew for a fact I was going to love it. And I knew it was going to break me. But then, because I wasn't buying new manga, believe it or not, I was reading the rest of my collection. Shocking! Like, I had quite a few to-be-reads. I had about 20 to-be-reads. Which I actually worked out wasn't that bad when I have like 230 odd. So, having 20 is not too bad. But yeah, I went through them. I've still got a couple left, but I'm in single digits now. And I eventually picked up Mashle. And then I read it so quickly in like half an hour. So then I went and just got up the second one straight afterwards because I just could not stop laughing. And I was like, I've already started, I might as well just continue. Oh, how that was a bad mistake. Because then, for about 3 weeks now, I have been dying to try and make an excuse to buy the manga, to try and get these 2 volumes. And so, you know how I did that cake machine? Yeah, so I used some of that money to go buy them. But anyway, if you've not heard of Mashle, just think of it as a spoofy version of Harry Potter. That is the best thing to put it. So, we have Mash here, who's our main character. And within the world, everyone has magic. However, Mash does not have magic. He is magicless. And, well, basically, somewhat, he should be somewhat disposed of because he has no magic. And so he's hiding, well, I say he's particularly hiding in a forest. Somebody's hiding him in a forest on his behalf. And basically he gets caught one day because he goes into the town to buy some fucking cream puffs because this boy is obsessed, and I mean obsessed, with cream puffs. And oh, I love it so much. This is literally how I found out about this series, about this stupid wee boy who is super strong because he doesn't have magic. He works out, so he's been working out since he's like a stupid wee Wayne. So he's like literally probably like the strongest fucking human being in this whole fucking magical planet. And he's just obsessed with cream puffs. He's literally like, head empty, only cream puffs. It's actually hilarious. Like, he's in the first one, he basically fights like basically wizard police, and like they're like obviously casting spells at him. He's just literally punching them away, and I mean literally punching the spells away from him. It's like, what the fuck? So, because he got caught, and he's technically meant to be like taken away and everything like that, and the guy that like basically became his adopted father should be arrested because of it and charged because he was hiding like somebody without magic. The police guy makes a deal with him. He's like, right, you go to this magic school where you have to perform magic, and if you become the top of the school, we'll leave you be and you can go back and just go back into hiding and like don't give a shit about the world. So that's exactly what happens. So Mashle is basically about this boy who's obsessed with cream puffs having to go through magic school with no magic and just literally using his brute strength to get through it. And the thing is, he fucking succeeds and shit. And he just somehow manages to make his way through all the challenges. Like, there's literally a scene like later on in the volumes where he has to transfigure like a pot into a mouse. And how he does that is he fucking smashes the metal pot, and like in like a split second he fucking makes like a wee metal mouse, right? And then he makes a joke about, oh sorry, this was a joke, right? And then he goes to like smash it again, but he's got like a mouse up his sleeve, so then does a normal magic trick. Like a trick of hand. So it's like, there we go, there's the mouse. It's like, how? And then they have their own, obviously, version of Quidditch, right? So it has to go on a broomstick. But see, because he has such powerful fucking legs, like he has not skipped leg day, he can literally launch himself so high in the fucking sky. And then see, to keep him floating, he fucking kicks his legs. Like, and it works. Like, it's so stupid, but it's so funny. Like, it's such a big spoof of a Harry Potter thing. It's like, see, like, you see all this and it's like, oh yeah, like that's like a Harry Potter thing. So instead of the sorting hat to put you into houses, they have like this big unicorn thing, and you're meant to hold on to its horn, and it like does the same kind of thing. It's like looks into your head and then tells you where to go. Literally, when I say this boy's head is empty and it's only for cream puffs, that is all this guy sees. Like, this, like, sorting unicorn thing. And he is stressing. Like, you see his line process, and he's spewing the most nonsense outside. And he's just like, ah, yes, because you think like this about a cream puff and you'll do anything for a cream puff, you clearly have these kind of values, which means you're perfect for this house. And people are just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, it's so silly. Like, the thing is, like, I think I could go on for days about how much this series is just so hilarious and just so much fun to get into. But I really, really implore you to go get it. It's just a good laugh. And see, to the point of the fact that this is like the offers, like the manga offers, like first, like proper, like manga series, like in Shonen Jump. And it's doing so well. It's like amazing. Like, honestly, kudos to Hajime Komoto. Honestly, so good. And they're so sweet because there's like offer notes in each volume, and it's like, oh, thank you for buying this volume, see if you bought this by accident, I'm very sorry. And I relate to that so much because that's what I'm like. I'm sorry you did this. But they're honestly so sweet. So even just the offer notes like in the manga are so nice. And like nearly every volume's got like a wee Q&A, because like they've been getting so much fan mail and everything like that already, so they've been answering like wee questions and whatnot about the characters, and it's just really sweet. Oh, I honestly cannot wait for the rest of the series. It's just such a fun one to get into. Also, like, like, the fact that I can read a volume in like half an hour is just, oh, so good. Like, literally, I bought both 3 and 4 together, and then, like, just spent an hour just reading them both. Like, I just went in the bath and just read them both. It was the best. But, like, not only is Mash just, like, a fun character to, like, support and just see what he does, see all the side characters, see, like, his little group that ends up forming are just great in their own little ways. Like, they've just got all these little kind of characteristics. Like, one of them gets introduced, and he comes in storming, screaming that he's the main character. And he's like, I have main character energy. He's like, mate, no, you're a side character. That is so funny. Like, oh, he's also like a fucking wuss for like lassies and all that. That's like established and whatnot. But, oh, his character is just funny. Like, he's like a very bold and outspoken, like, angry boy that just like wants to be like the center of attention. He's like, I am the main character. Like, you're not the main character. I was like, but I'm the main character, side character. It's like, oh, for God's sake. And then you have the guy that's meant to be kind of like Draco at the beginning, and then he just ends up being like somebody that has fucking sister issues. And that becomes one of his main characteristics. Like, you know that bloody trope within anime, and it's like, oh yes, the older brother's doing something for his younger sister. He's that character, but like, they literally make fun of him for it all the time. It's so funny. Like, he brings it up, he's like, yes. He was like, you're not better than me because I'm doing this for my little sister. And it's like, oh, you have a little sister complex. He's like, no, I don't. And it's like, mate, you do. Oh, and then there's this wee lassie as well that ends up being so doted towards Mash because she got paid off to like try and stop Mash from coming into the school because they had to do like an exam and everything like that. But Mash ends up saving her from like a cursed thing within this maze. So she ends up being like really like doted onto him because she thinks that he's basically proposed to her in a sense. So she thinks that she's gonna get married to Mash. Mash is just like I said, he's empty brained, so he's not realised or clicked this is what she means. So she thinks she's marrying Mash, the like madman, like who thinks he's a main character who likes to blow up. He's literally got an explosion power as well, which is actually hilarious as well. He ends up getting doted onto that lassie, so then he thinks he's going to marry her while she's going to marry... It's just going round and round and round. And Mash is just like, I just want to marry Cream Puffs. Honestly, I would not be surprised. But literally there's like, in the... I think it was in the QA, it literally has a note, but like, why wasn't Mash affected by this other lassie? Because there was a trap and where this girl can, like... make herself somewhat irresistible to you, so then the person's like affected by it, like especially a boys anyway. But see, because Mash is just like being hidden in a forest, he doesn't know of any of that stuff, so he doesn't understand that stuff. So he's unaffected by anything that's like meant to be like alluring and everything like that. So he's literally like completely useless when it comes to love and stuff like that and lust. But simple boy, but good boy, honestly. Plus the art style is just like really nice. Like, see when you get some of the action scenes, like they're so nice. Like you'll see like some panels and it's like the wee kind of chibi simple ones, mostly when they're eating cream puffs, because it's just like mind empty. But some of the fight scenes are very detailed and it's very nice. So very easy to read, very easy to get into. I don't know how much I can say, honestly. Also, the covers are so nice. Like, look at the binders. Like, they look like books. Like you know, like the fancy ass books with the like, oh. Sorry, I just really love these spines and they're so nice. So yeah, if you want to pick up a nice good read, there we go. Mashle. And because it's relatively new, literally, for me anyway, 4 are out at the moment. Like I said, 5th one's out in certain places. And I think the 6th one is due in June. So they're coming out quite regularly at the moment. So, and because it's Shonen Jump, like for me anyway, like they're $7.99. So they're on the semi-cheaper end rather than some other series where they go into like $10.99, $11.99 and whatnot. So for me, it's a nice cheaper series. Obviously elsewhere it's obviously different currencies and whatnot, so obviously the price differs. But I think generally with this kind of line, they are on the cheaper end rather than some of the other distributors and like publishers. So I feel like it's quite easy to get into them because they won't break the bank as much. But honestly, I would at least pick up the first one. If you don't like it, then that's fine, just don't get the rest. It's quite simple as that. But it is so funny. Like, and when I say funny, like, I mean laughing out loud funny. It's not a complicated series, which is quite good. You can literally just be like MASH, have an empty head, and it'll work. But this series is definitely one to watch. And I'm saying it here, it probably will get an anime adaptation if it's still not been announced yet and I've not seen it. But get ahead of the curve. Get some Mashle. You won't regret it. Get some cream puffs whilst you're reading it. That would make the whole experience. I actually genuinely wanted to get some cream puffs for it, but then for this video just to eat one, but then that'd probably make a mess. So that's probably best thing if I didn't. Oh, I should have tried to make one. I'm a twat. I should have tried to make some. Maybe one day. But anyway, so there's my Manga Monday recommendation, and my god, like, I think I could just keep spewing love for it, but I feel like it was definitely a worthy, like, winner for breaking my manga ban on myself. And though my bank may regret it, or I might regret it slightly in the future, I don't really, because see the actual belly laughs I got from this? No. It was totally worth it. Totally worth it. But anyway, so let me know down below, are you going to pick this up or have you already? What do you think? And how much do you want a cream puff? And what's your favourite filling? Oh, yes! What's your favourite cream puff filling? I like a fresh cream one, I'm not going to lie. I'm not really a fan of a custard filling. And if you would like to know a fun fact, Mash likes all fillings. Yay! That's revealed in one of the Q&As. Woo! So anyway, I might have a bad idea for the month of May. And I might have a Manga May Chaos month. But we'll see how things go because I am busy in May. I have things. And I'm not going to lie, I don't even know if I'd actually be able to execute it. Because frankly, I have Eurovision and then I have to travel for a gig. Which does overlap into a Monday. So... And that would also require me to pre-plan that Manga Monday. We'll see. I do realise this, but I need to essentially start planning it now because next Monday puts us into May. So I need to realise now if I'm going to do a Manga Monday mayhem. Oh my god, there we go. Because it's mayhem. Stupid puns! I love it. I do have series to talk about. Like, there's lots of things I haven't talked about that are behind me. So it's not like I won't have stuff to talk about. It's just, will I actually be able to do them for Mondays? But that's another thing. Let me know down below. Do you want me to do Manga Monday Mayhem? Where I literally just do a Manga Monday every single Monday of the month of May. Let me know. I've done it before. I've done a whole month before. Granted, I think I did it, was it like September or something like that? In a September month or something like that. It was like a random month. I don't know why. I just decided, hey, I'm just going to do a Manga Monday every Monday. But it feels more appropriate to either do it in a March or a May, because obviously then it's MMM. So anyway, let me know. So, anyway, until next time, I'm AJ, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.